Opposition unhappy even after a people-friendly budget, PM. Two policemen suspended for Naim's assault. Investment opportunity to be created for all, LGRD Minister. Well, those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Salehin Kadir, and you're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. Although there had been trend of commodity price hike soon after announcement of the budget, however, this time around it has not happened. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman made the remark at a rally after inaugurating re-excavation work of Batali Canal in PM Khali Union of Cox's Bazar on Saturday morning. He said the opposition party is not happy with the budget, even after lessening tariff on 60 commodities and increasing tariff on alcohol and cigarettes. The Prime Minister also said 40,000 people will be benefited through re-excavation of Batali Canal and 8,000 farmers will be benefited as well. He said 8 to 10,000 farmers' cards and similar number of family cards will be given in every upazila within the next 1 year. Batali Canal was once excavated by Prime Minister's father, Shaheed President Ziaur Rahman. The government that does not comply with people's mandate cannot be a government of people. Leader of the opposition and Jamaat Amir, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, made the remark in his address to a divisional rally of 11 party in Lal Digi Maidan of Chattogram on Saturday. He called upon the government to accept people's mandate. ASI Shafiqul Islam and Constable Muhammad Rasul Chaudhry of Khushi Police Station of Chattogram have been suspended on allegation of assaulting national team's cricketer Naim Hassan on Friday night. Naim Hassan was assaulted by policemen from Khushi Police Station on Friday night in Lal Khan Bazar area of Chattogram. Naim Hassan was on his way to his residence from Chattogram Airport. He reached Chattogram by air on Friday night after playing Dhaka Premier League match. His auto rickshaw was stopped after getting down from the expressway. He was assaulted by the police and one of their sources even after introducing himself as a national team cricketer. Naim alleged he was also assaulted after being taken to Khushi Police Station. In a statement on Saturday, Bangladesh Cricket Board demanded proper and neutral probe on the incident and action against accused persons. Political appointments in the financial organizations will not take place anymore. Finance Minister Amir Khusro Mahmood Chaudhry made the remark while addressing a conference on trade, growth and economic diplomacy at Pan-Pacific Shunarga Hotel in the capital on Saturday. Foreign investors and diplomats took part in the conference. The Finance Minister said plan has been given in the new budget to overcome complications of our investment. Addressing the same event, LGRD Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said government will open investment scope for all rather than that of group of business people who run monopoly of grabbing economy. In his address, Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman said it is expected that Bangladesh will be the first destination of global investment in South Asia. A massive deficit will be created in the operational cost in 2026-27 fiscal against uncertain revenue collection. It is important to implement the budget rather than eyeing to get credit from people increasing the size of the budget. People who addressed the Budget Analysis Seminar on Saturday made the remark. Policy Think and Economic Research Center organized the event. They also said if the ratio of tax GDP is not increased, it will be tough to get loan from budget. Apart from this, loan flow in the private sector will go down if the amount of loan is more from the domestic source. Employment will be hurdled. However, there will be respite for the low-income people as tariff on essential commodities has been lessened in the budget. Viewers, we now follow with a short break and we will be back soon with US-Iran close to peace deal, Pakistan's Prime Minister. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Follow on, Parents Maintenance Act is not enough. Proper implementation of the law and formation of special code for enforcing parents' rights is very important. BNP's Law Affairs Secretary Barrister Mohammad Badruzzah Badal made the remark in his address to an event of Debate for Democracy on Saturday. Addressing the same event, Chairman of Debate for Democracy Hassan Ahmed Chaudhry Kiran said, "Only law is not good enough. Building social awareness is also very important to ensure parents' rights." Debate for Democracy organized a shadow debate competition on parents' rights after a mother's death in Mirpur due to negligence that created a huge uproar. Viewers, we now begin with news around the world. The final agreed-upon text of a peace deal between the US-Iran has been reached. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said the development came amid ongoing regional tensions, military activity in the Middle East, and renewed focus on the Strait of Hormuz. Shehbaz Sharif, who has been helping negotiating the peace deal, however, Tehran's media continued to signal cautious progress but claim victory, asserting that they have conceded no long-term management over the strait. Meanwhile, media reported a memorandum between US-Iran to hold the war in the Gulf could be assigned as soon as Sunday, with Geneva emerging as the likeliest venue. The UAE reported agreed releasing $10 billion and $20 billion for Iran to halt the attacks. Initially, $3 billion had already been transferred. However, UAE denied the allegations, stating that this is entirely false and unfounded. An exclusive report released by Reuters said UAE had agreed to release a total of $10 billion for Iran. The arrangement had been agreed in return for a halt to Iranian attacks on UAE. The total funds involved is $20 billion. Over $3 billion had already been delivered. The move came as a tactical shift after weeks of Iranian attacks on the wealthy Gulf state during US-Israeli war. On Saturday, UAE Foreign Ministry issued statements stressing no frozen Iranian funds were released. Well, before ending the bulletin, we have top stories once again. Opposition unhappy even after a people-friendly budget, PM. 2 policemen suspended for Naim's assault. Investment opportunity to be created for all, LGRD Minister. US-Iran close to peace deal, Pakistan's Prime Minister. Well, that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.